everybody likes to win. And for some people, second place just isn't good enough. And so receiving congratulations for second place can often ring hollow. You may have done well, you may have given it your best shot, but you still lost. Death was undefeated. Sometimes when a person dies, we might try to congratulate that person by saying things like, he lived a good long life, or she was such a good person. But that too can ring hollow because they still lost, right? At a funeral, we can almost picture death taunting us and saying, I win again. You can't stop me. And you can't live a good enough life in God's eyes to avoid me either. You too will die. Death was undefeated until the day that everything changed. Early on a Sunday morning, death suffered a crushing defeat because Jesus, who had died, who was crucified under the weight of sin to pay for sin, came alive again. He stayed alive, and he will always be alive, which means death finally lost. Jesus won. And so now the taunts have been turned around. It says in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, death has been swallowed up in victory. Where, O death, is your victory? Where, O death, is your sting? The sting of death is sin, and the power of sin is the law. But thanks be to God, he gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. He gives us the victory. Here at FEL, we will often recognize the victories of teams and individuals. After chapel, they'll come to the front of the auditorium and their accomplishments will be announced. The basketball team won conference, the esports team won state, and we're very proud of our fellow Foxes, but the victory is still theirs. But God gives to each one of us Easter's victory. And so our main purpose here at FEL is not to make sure every student gets to the front of the auditorium, but to make sure every student knows that whether they were good or bad in this life, they have a victory. Their sin was paid for on the cross, and Jesus rose to guarantee their resurrection. Jesus will raise their bodies from the dead. All who believe in Jesus will live even after they die. They have a victory recognition waiting for them. We win. Have a blessed Easter.